Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We're back with the second out of the three EZA free-to-play units. It is the free-to-play strength metal cooler. I have literally gone, because I haven't grinded any of these yet, I've literally gone and quickly Dokkan awakened this guy and grinded him. As you can see, like literally I haven't done anything, literally brought him here purely to get some links active on this cooler, because I do speculate potentially in part 3, and especially with Dokkan giving all of those different type coolers EZAs, because they're all called different names, obviously based on the typing. You know, you have meta cooler strength, tech, fizz, in, etc. I do suspect in part 3, so I do think there'll be a part 3, that they may get all EZAs, especially because of the way part of this guy's passive is. So I do suspect they may get EZA, so I've brought him here along just to actually get links active with this guy, and they actually share 7 links together. I'm not gonna lie, for a cooler unit, it's probably one of the deadest link sets you've got. You've got auto regen, fusion, deficit boost, brutal beatdown, which is a bit more of a common link. Then you have the normal ones like First Conquest, Strongest Guy in Space, and that's pretty much it. What do some of these links actually give? Auto regen is like damage reduction and health eventually. Deficit boost gives you attack plus 15%. Surely the rest of the typings do get EZAs, like, you know, like a free-to-play Ginyu Force team and Team Bardock. But yeah, turn 1, we do have a 246k attack stat and 111k defense. That's actually not bad, turn 1. So we're going to give you some orbs. And what are we up to now? 245k attack stat. No, yeah, 345k attack stat. That's pretty good. We are going to have to be very careful with the strength metal cooler, because he will probably take some damage, but, you know, we'll see. 3.1 million attack stat. 3.1 million attack stat. Now, the reason why that's a 3.1 million attack stat, and we'll get into his details and all explain why, is on super attack he causes supreme damage to the enemy and raises extreme class allies attack and defense by 30%. That also applies to him, and of course the support on super is fantastic for everyone else. He also gets attack and defense plus 150 at the start of turn and gets an additional attack and defense plus 50% when attacking. And also, Wicked Bloodline category allies get attack and defense plus 30% and a chance to perform a critical hit plus 10%. That's why it goes up to 3 mil. Like, before this, I literally done the EZA tech cooler. My man's doing literally just over 2 mil, like just barely over a 2 million attack stat. This guy's pulling out 3 mils immediately, but that's mainly because of all the attacking defense he's getting from the support at the start of turn, the attack and defense plus 50% perform the super attack. I even brought the other cooler with us again for support, just because why not? So yes, 3 mil, just over 3 mil, with just over 3 mil turn 1. I'm not gonna lie, and just over 3 mil on a free-to-play unit. Pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's actually pretty good. Much better than the tech cooler. Of course, we do have all of his links active. However, we would only lose deficit boost. So you're still talking probably like 3 mil or maybe just under. That said, I do expect all the free-to-play coolers that have different names based on type, I do expect them to get EZAs in part 3. So linking him up with all of them, probably a high possibility that's why he's got an EZA, because he is going to lead them. He is going to be the free-to-play version that leads them, and that's the free-to-play kind of Wicked Bloodline team you can take. I do suspect they get EZAs. If they don't, I'll be a little disappointed, but it's neither here nor there. But I do reckon they're all going to get EZAs, especially based on the last part of this guy's passive. But he also launches an additional attack that's a high chance of becoming a super attack when all allies attacking in the same turn have meta cooler in their name, and that is why I believe they will get an EZA, because of the reveal information that we got for LR Metal Cooler, he's just called LR Metal Cooler. The EZA Dokkan Fest Metal Cooler that got EZA'd, literally just called Metal Cooler. So you can't link either of those two, which is kind of sad, kind of a shame, because Metal Cooler core is literally in the EZA Dokkan Fest one's thing, so it's kind of weird that's not in brackets. But you can't link them two with this guy. The only one you can do right now on Global is, of course, all the free-to-play ones who are just not good enough right now. So pointing towards an EZA, especially because now they've got Dokkan Awakenings. And then not only that as well, the only other option you got is the LR Meta Cooler Army, who also doesn't currently have his EZA on Global. So he isn't runnable in harder content. So surely all of them different type metal coolers, because of that final part of his passive where he has a high chance of launching an additional super when all allies attacking in the same turn have Meta Cooler in their name, surely there's a high chance, surely it is possible and it's going to happen that all those type coolers get an EZA, so that can actually happen effortlessly. Otherwise, to do it, you have to be taking units you don't want to use. Or to activate it and actually have runnable units with like the new meta cooler and the Dokkan Fest meta cooler that's been EZA'd, you would have to basically have them not linked together. And no one's doing that because that's going to ruin your team build. So I expect it to happen. So right now we do have all meta coolers in the team. So we should be getting the whole, you know, high chance of becoming a super attack on the additional. Again, he's rainbowed, so we could actually launch 2 super attacks. Actually, in total, we could launch 3, which I'm not going to lie is really sick because, again, he has that support on his super, along with having Wicked Bloodline support in his passive. So that's the initial attack and defense plus 30% from the Wicked Bloodline support in his passive, which is great. This is probably going to do quite a bit of damage, I'm not going to lie. I probably should have used an item. We're still alive, though. 3.1 mil, which again, for free-to-play unit is pretty decent. There's the additional 3.2, because he has the standard Wicked Bloodline support, the attack and defense, and he got the triple 3.4. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So you have the Wicked Bloodline support in his passive of attack and defense plus 30%. So it's going to work for him doing more damage and having more defense, but also it would be fantastic for everyone else. And here's why. Because you get the Wicked Bloodline support, attack and defense plus 30%. You know, all your freezer units, your cooler units. He then supers, that's Extreme Allies, gets attack and defense plus 30% on top of that. So that's 60% support on allied units in turn, right? That's 60% support. Then, if he gets an additional come off, that's another 30% from his support in his super, which is 90%. And then if he gets the additional from the dupe system, that is another 30%, which means that's 120% support in total. Now, the reason why that's amazing is because, well, imagine LR Final Form Cooler, imagine Transforming Cooler, Dokkan Fest Meta Cooler that's been EZA'd, any of those big hitter heavy units, or big heavy hitter units, shall I say. Imagine them with all of that support and how good they already are. The one thing that's a massive shame is the only way you can utilize that is if you put this guy on main rotation in slot 1, which is not something you're going to do where you really need it in harder content. This guy is a free-to-play unit that you're probably going to float. So when he supers, no one can really take advantage of the support. I mean, you could have him in slot 2, but even then, only the slot 3 unit's really going to take advantage of the support. So that's the one thing that's a shame. You can't really utilize all the additional supers you could get with this guy and constantly raise extreme class allies attack and defense by 30%, because you would need him to be up here, super attack however many times he's going to super attack, and then everyone else would get it because he has to super first before they get the support. It would be so sick to do, but unfortunately it can't really happen. I mean, as I said, at best you could put him in slot 2 and only the slot 3 unit and himself can get it, which isn't too bad, but a lot of the times the slot 3 unit is potentially the friend leader, depending on who it is, because they may be on second rotation, or a unit that doesn't necessarily need it. And especially on the Terrifying Conquerors team that this guy goes on, or Wicked Bloodline, because of course the new LR Meta Cooler Carnival exclusive unit is going to 200% Wicked Bloodline flat. You know, you could more get it off there, but you know, you take him on Terrifying Conquerors on a 170 of LR Final Form Cooler, typically the slot 3 units are all the tanky units who don't really need it. So that's a shame, but it would be pretty dope. It's kind of sick that that's a possibility, but I'm going to pop an Usher, because otherwise we're going to die here with all that type of Savage. But we do have the Wicked Bloodline support from him, the Wicked Bloodline support from himself, and hopefully he gets all the additionals as well to constantly bump up his attack and defense. So with support and all of his support, at the start of time we got 271k attack stat, 122k defense. Do the thing again. Actually no, he can't, because we don't have a meta cooler on the turn. We don't have all meta coolers in the turn. So we could still get an additional super. 3.4 mil with the support is still pretty good for a free-to-play. Additional from the... Yes, we got it. Up to 3.6. We managed to get the additional to get the attack and defense on super again. That's quite nice. That is quite nice. I was going to say, did he actually get another additional? But I just remembered all of those free-to-play coolers have the literal same super attack animations. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. He's actually quite good. I mean, he's actually quite good realistically. But what you're going to be using him for, he's good. I mean, you're not going to be taking him into red zone. Obviously not. Like, there's hardly any free-to-play units that are viable for red zone. I know people have beaten red zone stages with free-to-play units, but you're probably not going to take him there. Am I saying that he can't be used there? No. But realistically, the average Dokkan player is not going to go, let me try beat these. with free-to-play units. Like, so a lot of them are partially struggling, including myself at some points, beating the stages with all the big premium pullable units. You're probably not going to take him there. I mean, he could still be running potentially like Super Battle Road. I'm not going to lie. Unfortunately, you won't be able to get the meta cooler portion of his passive active because you'll be floating him realistically. But he could be viable there. All the support is very nice to get active. So you could actually bring this guy in Super Battle Road, especially if he gets an additional off as well and gets the extra support from his super attack. And then, like, with a Whis active, this guy should be tanking very fine. And again, all that support for everyone else would be useful. You know, maybe if you popped an Usher for the turn for whatever reason, or popped an Usher for a Dokkan attack, maybe you had type advantage against the Fizz unit, you could put this guy on rotation for one turn and utilize that you know, support on super for everyone else to take advantage of. But other than that, you're not really going to get it active too realistically. Now, in terms of if you're not running him with this guy, and the best linking partner you can get him with is currently the Dokkan vs Transforming Cooler, you get Brutal Beatdown, First for Conquest, Strongest Clan in Space. I'm going to pop this again so we don't die. And he's got 218k attack stat, 109k defense, which I have to say, again, considering he has, to be fair, I say next to no links active, he's only missing Deficit Boost as like his major attack link that this guy gives him. The rest of them are key links. And a 305k attack stat after we get some orbs. So, I mean, it's still looking good for him. I mean, for a free-to-play unit, it's still looking good for him. Especially with all that support as well. 2.7 mil. If he gets an additional, we're talking close to 3 mil. But that's still not bad for a free-to-play unit, considering he's missing one of his major attack links. But I like him, man. I like him. I really do like him. And of course, one of the major benefits, and again, especially if all the free-to-play type meta coolers end up getting easy A's, they all go on pretty much the same teams. Movie Bosses, Wicked Bloodline, Target Goku, Terrifying Conquerors, Artificial Lifeform, Product Body and Mind, Revenge. They all go on the same teams. It's just, they need to get easy A's so they're viable to come with him. Especially to get that final portion of his passive active for launching an additional attack. There's a high chance of becoming a super attack when all allies attacking the same turn have meta cooler in their name. But it's a good free-to-play easy A. It's a very good free-to-play easy A. And as I said, I do think because of that portion of his passive, and because it kind of makes sense for a part 3 as well, combine those two factors together, I do think all the typing meta coolers will eventually get easy A's, and it will be kind of a meta cooler free-to-play team like the Ginyu Force, like Team Bardock. Let me know what you think down in the comments for both of those things, the idea I have and this free-to-play easy A meta cooler. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video, guys, and peace!